On this video, I'm talking about income for mortgage qualification, and we're getting started right now. Hey, what's going on? Emmett Dempsey, mortgage broker and owner of Treasure Coast Mortgage here in Port Saint Lucie. On this channel, we'll talk all about mortgages, buying, selling, and refinancing, helping your family build wealth with real estate. I'm also started calling myself the mortgage veteran because I'm a Army veteran, as well as a veteran of the mortgage industry, helping in the trenches, so to speak, helping your family build wealth with real estate. And please go ahead and like this video and subscribe. It really helps the YouTube algorithm find our videos and help more people just like you with their mortgage and real estate needs. So also go ahead and leave a comment, and if you have any questions about income, any of your unique situations, maybe I can help you and your family. Okay, income. Okay, income drives a train on anything you do in mortgages, no matter what you're doing. Debt to income is probably the number one. I'd say properly, it is the number one factor whether what you're qualified for. How much home you can buy is determined on the income that you make. So how do you know what various income sources we have in this country, whether you're going to qualify or not? Okay, this video is the start of a series. I'm going to go into each income source that most of my clients have on separate videos. On this one, we're going to talk all about the general overview, so to speak, of what the income qualification, what the philosophy is from underwriting and guidelines. Because the underwriters, they kind of sit up on high on their judges, but ultimately they use guidelines. They judge you and they get you approval based on a certain guidelines from Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA. It's all roughly the same philosophy of income documentation. Okay, so we're going to go to right here. So, okay, the first one I'm going to talk about is what's called stable and predictable. Okay, so that philosophy is is the income source stable and predictable? And they consider jobs, even though, sometimes they're not stable and predictable. For new mortgage underwriting guidelines, they are stable and predictable, okay? So that's number one. How stable and predictable is its income source? If you get a one-time bonus from your mom, that's not considered stable and predictable income. But if you have a job history, that's why you say, oh, I got to work 2 years. Well, generally it's 2 years to determine it as stable and predictable, with some exceptions. Namely like for nurses or people with a second job, and then also 3 years continuance. So basically what we consider stable and predictable is generally a 2-year history and a 3-year continuance for certain types of income. Okay, on number two, the general considerations is variable income. So if you do get those routine bonuses every now and then, different times of the year, what we do is make sure that we average those out to make sure that we have, stable and predictable income. Again, coming back to the first one, to make sure that we can know exactly what your income is, and we average it out for as long as a period of time as we can. Okay, so that stable and predictable is very important. Okay. Basically the continuance, that we look at is, again, 2 years in the past, 3 years into the future. Now, some forms of income we have to document, a 3-year continuance, namely like child support and alimony, to make sure those agreements, you're going to continue that for the next 3 years. Based on your income source, determines the need for tax returns. Certain income sources, we have to pull tax returns, for instance, if you work for a family or if you're self-employed. So that's all of the general overview of income types, whether we need tax returns. And that's going to determine the income list or the checklist that we give you to see what we need from you. Okay, hope that was an informative look at income. On the next series, we're going to talk all about base pay. Go ahead and check out that video here. Also, go ahead and check out the next video that YouTube suggests. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.